Hey there guys, so this is going to be part 3 to the now series, I suppose, of me talking about my dating life and dating history and experiences in dating, and we are going right. I get so paranoid over that. Okay, cool. So I have my handy dandy notes app, and this will be pretty brief, today's episode, I guess, this expansion on my thoughts. Just because I don't have as many notes compared to the last few times. um, so let me just go ahead and go. So I wanted to clarify on something that I said previously and go further in it and expound on it a little bit. Casual sex, okay? So you need to be sure that you're okay with it. Like you need to go in the mindset in the dating apps like Tinder or Hinge or the other ones. Those are the only two that I've experienced with. But what I'm trying to say is like you need to have the mindset that you're gonna find some bad apples, but that the whole apple basket isn't bad just because the bad one's in it. But like it's out there, and there are pervy guys, rude guys, mean guys, bad guys. Like there are bad men, and you need to also understand like some just want sex. So be very clear and upfront about how you feel about it, what you want, what you don't want, and just know that those boys are off of limits. Like they're not available to you if they don't align with your boundaries or what you're okay with or what you want, you know? So they're out of bounds. Be sure what your intentions are and what you want. Like, do you want short-term fun, or do you want a relationship? Do you want something long-term? Do you want to be like official with a person? You know, you need to be decisive on that and not indecisive. You need to go in with the mindset that you know what you want, and then you're going to come out of it so much better, happier, okay, you know. Not actively dating the past couple weeks has given my sense of calm back. I found like how anxious I get because it's a new person, I'm meeting a new person, it's first impressions, and there's a lot on the table, you know, there's a lot to lose, I feel like. But I'm just so grateful for the break that I took to clear my head and get my thoughts together, get things in order, and just to take a step back. And I feel so much more clarity, I feel like. Like I just feel such a peace and so free now because of a number of things, and I'll say this very briefly. So my previous ex and I were very close and very on and off for a few years, and he was in the area. He reached out to me a couple weeks ago. We hung out that night, and then I called him last night actually, and it was really, really nice. We had planned that, and now I can let go. Now I can let him go, and I've been so attached. I've been like a leech, like leeched onto him, if that's a thing, if that's a word. I love him so much still, and I always will. It's just we know we won't work out. Like we're not compatible enough. We won't work out. We want different things, and we just saw it too late, and we let it carry on for so long, you know? So I feel so good in my head right now, and I'm a person who sees signs like symbols, if you want to call them that, like signs from the universe and signs and things. But so many things were pointing to him, to my ex, like resolve this and resolve this. Something interesting, I got really sick a few years ago. I also got sick last year, last June, where I was in the hospital. And with my brain being so sleep deprived, I created a bruise on my wrist. I watched it form. My brain made a bruise. I did not get the bruise from anything or anyone. It was my own head. Like the mind is so powerful, and love is so powerful too. And what happened on my ring finger, I've never been married. I just thought it was so weird, but I got a bruise on my ring finger in between the timeline from the call last night and when I saw my ex last. And I was like, I need to heal this. I need to heal the love. And this finger to me is like the finger of love, kind of, if that makes sense. If that's a thing, I don't know. But I don't know, it just reminded me. I didn't see it at first, but then I thought about it and I contemplated all of it. And I was like, it's a sign, like so many things to me. And I don't know if it's because I'm creative or I'm a writer and I just see signs and that's how I learn and see and view the world, you know? But anyway, so when somebody said that I would be a good mom, it was a turnoff for me because he had a kid, and that to me is a turnoff. Not the kid. I never met this guy's kid, and I wouldn't until we were more serious. If we got more serious, but I've like unfriended him and everything. We just don't talk anymore. But it's an instant turnoff. He complimented me that I would be a good mom, and I was like, wait, first I got to be a good girlfriend and then a wife and then a mom. Like we're out of order here. Like I'm not prepared. I need more time. I need to really think about this, you know? So know what your turnoffs are and just leave the minute that they happen. Don't let them stay or else they're going to turn into red flags and then it just spirals. So something else is they're an ex for a reason. And I think everybody, almost everybody, has more good to bad to them. Does that make sense? Like more good than bad. I think human beings, like, they want to be good. Like most people, I think, they sincerely, truly want to, like, be a good person and give off good energy and do good in the world, you know, and for other people. But they're an ex for a reason. There's bad to them and there's red flags going on, and you don't have to marry them or be with them forever to still care about them. And I've learned that the hard way, and it does hurt. It does sting and burn a little bit, but in the end it's going to be better because it just won't work with them. Like, again, we're not compatible, and they're an ex for a reason. There are things there that point to where it's not going to work, you know? And he had me out of sorts. That's another phrase, out of sorts. If a person leaves you contemplating, overthinking, overanalyzing, not sure where you're at or where they're at, like where the relationship is going, if you're always questioning it, if you're always out of sorts, like, that's a thing. And that's why I wanted to take a step back from dating after I saw him that night, because I was like, I am clearly not over him. And it's going to take me a while, but I do want to date again. So I need to move on, and it just feels right. Timing is everything. Right person, wrong time. That was definitely us because I was very young. I was like 20 when we met. And I was young, immature, naive. I still am in a lot of areas and in a lot of ways, but like I've grown. I have my own apartment. I graduated from school. I have 2 jobs right now. Like, I'm doing things. I'm doing the adult world life, whatever. And it was just our timing was off. And it doesn't help that I got really sick in the process. You know, school took me longer because of COVID and things were online. So that bumped up, that like really postponed our time together where I would move in with him. And then other things too, like when I got really sick, and then the first time that we officially broke up was when I knew I had to move out and live on my own for a time, so I needed a break. So there are things that just come up in life, but you have to understand it may be just a wrong time type of thing. Like, it's not anything on the person, maybe that too, but it's more so the timing was off. The timing of when you met. Like, if we met now, it would work because I'm under my own roof and I've been able to live on my own, and I know I can do it, I can handle it, and I would be able to date whoever I want on my own because I live under my own roof and I'm in charge of me. You know, like, timing is everything. Just a few more thoughts. Or maybe that's everything. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to say. And I think it's just so important. Oh, and by the way, I'm wearing these gloves. I don't know why I wanted to really like dress up and get all dolled up and cute. If only I had my hair done all fancy, then it'd be a real doll inspired look. But anyway, excuse me. Yeah, dating today I think is so hard because people are always on their phones and people can be very fake on the other end of the phone, and just, you get ghosted, you get weirdos, you get whatever. A lot of it can be a roadblock or a dead end, like, very annoying. So I remember going through that before I took a break off of dating. But yeah, I kind of want to try again, and I have a new mindset. I feel like I feel more clear, and I'm glad that we're still friends. If you can stay friends with an ex, I suggest do it, like, if you still care about them, because it hurts less, you know? At least we're on good terms right now, so that's a good thing. I'm forever grateful and glad for that. So, but yeah, that was my dating info splurge. There's that, and now I'm getting cold. I'm getting goosebumps. So I'm gonna change, turn off the camera and change and do whatever. So yeah, okay, bye.